You want to know what's on my mind right now? It ain't this one trailer non-happening snail-moving cash grab. It's this absolute nightmare fuel that came out over 3 years ago. How the hell is it almost 2025 and we are still talking about the Trilogy Definitive Edition? I thought this thing was dead and buried. We need to rename it the Trilogy Takers Edition. This thing's actually getting more comebacks than the actual originals themselves. For anyone that doesn't remember or just deleted that part of their life from memory, in 2021, Grove Street Games gave us GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas the Definitive Editions, and what followed was nothing short of a catastrophe. How they avoided hard time is something I cannot comprehend. For what they did to CJ alone deserved a 5 stretch minimum. But hold the phone, because we just got an early Christmas present. Like Orton with an RKO from out of nowhere, Rockstar just updated and upgraded the trilogy in a way no one saw coming. This thing was getting red last rights, but in the final hour, on the last line, we have a light at the end of the tunnel. So what just happened? With 0 patch notes to go off, yesterday people noticed an update to the Trilogy Definitive Edition, and now, I'm gonna say it, I dare to dream. This thing might just be worth going back to. Also, I'm making this video on the back of another video I was halfway through, so if I miss something, I want you to go ahead and cry about it more, because I need the tears for when the clock strikes midnight next month and we got a full year with 0 new GTA 6 trailers. It's not okay. We're on rations out here. So with this new update comes something that seems pretty straightforward, but in reality, what's the whole point of the remasters in the first place? Classic lighting. Now an option you can turn on or off. This restores the actual look and feel of the original games. Now when I'm playing GTA San Andreas, I actually feel like I'm playing the old school San Andreas and not some piss poor, ham-fisted, white smoke covered filtered crap. This was a remaster, more like a reimagining of what this game would look like if you stripped it of its nostalgia, made it modern and charged me for the privilege. What makes all of this worse is this wasn't Rockstar saying screw it, we need to actually save this monstrosity. Apparently this update actually originated from the mobile port. So you're telling me this thing's been on console and PC for years and it took an upgrade based on a mobile port to actually correct the whole concept of what the definitive editions were supposed to do? Right, we need to start cracking skulls. Grove Street Games. Believe me when I say there is not enough time allotted on the YouTube upload limit to truly give you both barrels, so you're gonna have to settle for this. Rockstar gave you some of their most prized assets, and like the greedy little pigs that you are, you took them and proceeded to dissect and mutilate them, turn every graphic into a sponge, half-ass the models, destroy the skylines, accept the failures, then run back to Sam with an unfinished, worse than before version, take credit for anything worthwhile, which was next to nothing, cry when it turned out people didn't respect the sheer lack of quality testing, and finally got removed like a punk bitch. There's a much shorter version of everything I just said, but it rhymes with gang grape, and I ain't taking the risk. Now when you go in the Definitive Edition, Grove Street Games has been taken off entirely. They have 0 credits, and to me this signals how disappointed Rockstar truly was with everything that these chumps gave the community. And before Karen starts to pipe up with the
you couldn't do any better.
Exactly right, Karen. I couldn't, and therefore I wouldn't. If tomorrow I got offered the chance to remaster GTA 4, I'd turn it down through the simple fact of I couldn't do it. Not only did Grove Street Games convince themselves they could, they proved they couldn't, massacred what they did do, then had the nerve to call it a finished product and charge us for it. These mugs get no sympathy from me at all. They knew the price on the ticket. In my view, from right now, they have 2 choices. Let this define who they are, or prove us all wrong and design something actually worth the money that they're going to price it at. Getting back on topic, this is a positive video, so let's talk about the positives. Now in the Definitive Editions, you can actually run whilst aiming. Believe me, this is a godsend. I was playing Vice City recently, and you don't know the pain of running into an onslaught of gunfire and having to stand there like a statue, taking every last bullet in the Hawaiian shirt just to actually unload a few rounds. We also got updated weather mechanics, glitch fixes, more light enhancements, and no doubt a bunch of other stuff that I'm actually going to have to go off and actually experience myself. The sad reality is that these fixes are minute, dare I say tiny, in comparison to what really could get pumped into monumental titles of Vice City and San Andreas, but it took an absolute cluster of a release for us to just get to this point. And no, this doesn't make the game perfect. It doesn't completely save the Definitive Edition, but what it does do is reassure fans that, god damn it, sometimes we do feel appreciated. With the shit show Grove Street Games gave Rockstar, if I was Sam Houser, I'd have wrote the Definitive Edition off years ago, so I gotta give props to whoever was behind this. A cold update with with no heads up. Son of a bitch, I respect it. Anyway, I'm off to actually enjoy this thing finally, but what are you making of this new update? Did you already write this whole thing off and refuse to go back, or are you open to giving it another shot? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, mother sucker, look at your scumbag!